Hello everyone and welcome to the Terraria Beginner series. In this series of videos, I'll go over pretty much everything you need to know as a new player in order to progress smoothly in Terraria. This video in particular will make you very familiar with Terraria UI, controls and all the basic concepts through a bunch of useful tips. I really packed a lot of useful Terraria tips and information in this video series, starting from the very basics of Terraria for total beginners all the way up to advanced tips and strategies. So if it seems too much for you to remember just by watching it once, feel free to bookmark the playlist and watch it again after you've played Terraria a little bit. You might find it even more useful the second time you watch it. For your first Terraria experience, I'd recommend a classic character and a large classic world with random evil. This way you'll have a lot of space to explore, the world won't be an overwhelmingly difficult environment for you, and dying won't be a huge issue. Now, journey worlds and characters might seem like a better choice for a beginner, but I personally would not recommend it for your first run. It's usually way better to make one such world and character later so you can try things out in a quick fashion, but not on the first run. Bear in mind that journey characters are limited to only journey worlds, and also journey worlds can only be entered by the journey characters, so it's really limited in that regard. Okay, after you created your first world and character, let's jump right in. Once your fresh character loads into a world in Terraria, you'll see that you already have 3 items, a short sword, a pickaxe, and an axe. You can select any one of them by scrolling to them using your mouse wheel or simply by clicking any number on your keyboard corresponding to the slot they're in. So let's grab the axe and take down a tree by holding the mouse button on it on the bottom middle part of it. All 3 of these items can also be used as weapons, so if any slimes attack you while you're doing this, feel free to defend yourselves, attack them back and kill them. The guide NPC that spawns with you at the beginning will also attack them to defend himself. As you kill the slimes, you can notice that they'll drop some stuff. They'll drop gel and maybe even some additional items as well as coins. You can pick them up by just walking over them. You can press escape to see your whole inventory, not just the hotbar, as well as everything that you have equipped on you, plus the crafting window. As you can see, your main inventory consists of 10 hotbar slots, 40 inventory slots, 4 coin slots, 4 ammo slots, and a trash slot. The 4 coin slots correspond to the 4 coin types in Terraria: copper, silver, gold, and platinum. 100 copper coins will make a silver coin, 100 silver coins will make a gold coin, and 100 gold coins will make a platinum coin. The ammo slots are used to store ammunition, but because of the way some items work in Terraria, they are much more useful than that. You can even put sand, gel, seeds, wires, bait and cleaning solutions in there, so they are very useful slots. The trash slot is used, well, to trash or destroy items, but it won't do it right away, so you can actually put one item and hold it there for as long as you want without any consequences. You can take it out whenever you want, as long as you don't put another item over it. When you put an item in an already occupied trash slot, it's gonna destroy an item that was previously there, but the new one is gonna remain there intact until you put another item over it. So you can use this as an additional inventory slot, as long as you don't need to actually trash something over the existing item in the trash slot. The items that are destroyed by trash can't be recovered in any way, so be careful with this. You can quickly move items to the trash slot by holding Ctrl key and left clicking them. And there's another way to remove items from your inventory without even trashing them, and that's to simply drop them. To drop an item, left click it, move it away from the inventory using your cursor, and then right click it to drop it anywhere you'd like. If there's room left in your inventory, you can always go back and pick the dropped items back. They won't despawn or disappear in any way until you leave the server, so if it's gonna take you a lot of time to come pick them up, that's okay. Of course, any items can be safely stored in a container such as chests to avoid them despawning in any way until you come and pick them up. Underneath your coins and ammo slots, you'll see 2 very useful buttons. The first one is gonna let you quickly stack any items in your inventory into nearby chests. So, for example, if you're holding some gel, some torches and some wood and you're standing nearby a lot of chests, but one of them has gel in it, one has torches and another has wood, when you click this button, your items will be stored to the corresponding chests automatically with just a simple click of a button, so you don't have to do it manually. Now, you're still gonna need to pick these items up at a later point, so it's really important to name your chests. And yes, you can name your chests in Terraria using this button. And also, this button lets you loot everything from the chest, so you don't have to pick each item up manually. On the right side of your inventory, you'll see 3 slots for armor and 5 or even more slots for accessories. Each one of them has a corresponding vanity and die slot also. The slots in the far right column are used for actual functional armor and accessories. In other words, the ones you really want your character to use. When it comes to the vanity column, any items that you put in these slots are just for show. They will be displayed on your character, but they're just for the looks. You won't get any stats or any functionality out of them except the looks. So yeah, Good Guy Terraria lets you use any items you want for the stats and effects, and then put your favorite looking items in the vanity slots to make your character look the way you want it to look, while still functionally using the best armor in the game. Now, not all accessories can be worn in vanity slots, cause not all of them are actually displayed on your character. However, all armor and many accessories can be worn in vanity slots, and this effectively lets you carry even more items, and you can even switch builds on the fly using this. So you just put items that you're not gonna necessarily use right away in the vanity slots, and you can switch them up later to use them when you need them. All without having to use your normal inventory slots. We can access our equipment slots by clicking this button here, and we'll see these 5 slots, and they are used specifically for a pet, a light pet, a minecart, a mount, and a hook. Each one of them will only hold one corresponding item, and they can't be mixed around. There's no vanity slots here, but we do have die slots. You can right-click any armor, accessory, or equipment item in your main inventory to quickly place it in its corresponding slot. This will also swap it out for any existing item if the slot is already occupied. Most informational accessories will provide you with the information even if they are in your main inventory. You can but don't have to hold them in your accessory slots for the information to be displayed. Any item that you alt-click will be marked as favorite. This will disable quick stacking and quick trashing, so you don't accidentally stack them in a chest or destroy them. You will still be able to trash them manually though. There's a very nifty feature in Terraria that you definitely should know about, and it's auto select. This lets you keep some items anywhere you'd like in your inventory, but you can quickly access them by holding shift. So this thing is basically gonna auto select items for you depending on what your mouse cursor is hovering over. So if you're hovering over nothing or background walls, then you're gonna get torches or glow sticks depending on what's in your inventory. If you're underwater, then you're gonna get glow sticks. If you're hovering over some trees, then you're gonna get axes or their equivalents. And if you're hovering over mineable blocks or placed objects, then you're gonna get pickaxes or their equivalents. And now, let's use the crafting UI. You can always see this portion of it as long as your UI is expanded. And you can click this button to open the whole crafting window. The crafting window will show you everything that you can currently craft by using the items within your inventory. Now, some items require specific crafting stations in order to be crafted, as well as the ingredients. If you bring an item to the guide NPC, you can use the crafting window to see all the possible crafting recipes for it, as well as the crafting stations that you're going to need to combine those ingredients. Very useful thing in a fight is that you can use your B key to quickly use all the buff potions and food items from your inventory, H key to use a healing potion, and M key to use a mana potion. While your inventory is closed, you will find all the buffs and other effects that your character is currently under and their remaining duration, as well as your pets, summons, and similar stuff right under your hotbar. You can right-click any effect caused by your own potion or food item to cancel it prematurely, or even desummon your pets and minions by right-clicking their effects too. Terraria has emotes. They're a fun thing for multiplayer, and you can find them while your UI is expanded right here. And the final part of the UI for today is the Bestiary, which is pretty much like a catalog of pretty much everything in Terraria. It contains a lot of useful information about all your enemies, NPCs, bosses, and animals in the game. At first, you won't find a lot of information, but the more times you encounter an enemy, boss, critter, or NPC, the more information you'll have. The conditions to unlock all the information about a particular entity depends on the entity type. So for an enemy, you're gonna need to kill that particular variant 50 times, you're gonna need to kill a boss only once, critters need to be in your proximity 50 times for all the information to be displayed, and for the NPCs, you need to get into dialogue with them 50 times for everything to be displayed. A very useful piece of information in the Bestiary when it comes to NPCs is their favorite biome. It's not implicitly there, but it's the biome that you see on their tab in the background. Okay, now that you know how to actually use the Terraria UI, you're ready for the more exciting stuff that we'll go over in the next video in the series, and that's combat, classes, biomes, world exploration, in-game events, items, and of course bosses. Pretty hard mode at least. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out a lot and I really appreciate it. There's a lot more Terraria content on the way, and the next video in this series will be out in 2 days, so make sure to stick around for it. Anyway, that's gonna be all from me, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in 2 days. Bye bye!